All right, welcome to the Two Jacks and a Scotch podcast. I'm Jackie.
I'm Jack.
And I'm Scott.
Well, we have some interesting things to talk about today because the world is going to hell in a handbasket. So, with that, let's actually start talking about something that's not so, I don't know, depressing. Well, it might be depressing for some people, but maybe not us.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, I got
Jack, we're
I
just
got
going to get right into it today. We're like,
yeah,
no
no.
weirdness,
We
no
don't need intros
pleasantries. We're
anymore,
just being
so.
like, get right to it.
So I got Lizzo.
Hell no.
Lizzo right now is just did a video where she's kind of crying because her body weight. But what doesn't make sense is she has this song where she talks about not giving a fuck and letting her ass hang out everywhere she goes, and you could kiss it if you don't like it. Well, I think she could kiss her own words because some people don't like her ass. I personally, I'm okay with it, but let's just see what she has to say. Let's hear her cry
And
for a
she
little
never
bit.
So,
bothered me.
shooting music videos, promo and photo shoots.
Hmm.
I'm putting
turn it up a
so
little
much
bit.
loving energy into the world.
There you go.
I'm only going to play just a little bit of it because it's actually 10 minutes long. Well,
Got it.
she's crying.
Okay.
She's got the tissues out.
And broke some toes.
But didn't people make fun of her before too?
Well, she did that one stunt at the Lakers game where she turned around and had her assless jeans, and she showed the
Her
world
whole
her ass.
hanging out.
It's like,
Sometimes I feel like the world just don't love me back.
well, you're asking for the attention, Lizzo. Isn't that what you want?
Same girl.
Yeah.
It's like it doesn't matter how much positive
I
energy you
Yeah.
put into the world, you're still gonna have people who have something.
Negative to say. I know. That's the internet for you. Wake up, Lizzo. Wake up.
yeah.
Yeah, that's
Well,
life girl.
right. And I think a lot of times people are like, "Listen, okay, yes, in body empowerment, but girl, you're going to die.
Yeah.
Like get healthy."
What's
Yeah.
You
in
know,
that
I
Tommy
mean,
Donald song? He's like, "What? You can't live past 42?"
yes, right? You know, I mean, I don't know. I'm just like whatever.
With essentially these
I
people,
sorry that your feelings are hurt, but you did it to yourself. Sorry.
Right.
these people with the
That's what I
weight,
said.
these celebrities, they are glorifying being big is okay. Like, I'm a big dude, but I don't go around saying, yeah, eat whatever you want, get big. Don't worry about diabetes. Don't worry about heart disease. They're making it
Right.
okay.
Yeah. Exactly. Your arteries, guess what? They won't clog. I swear to God, you'll be fine.
Yeah.
Like,
So,
it's ridiculous. That's one thing I always said. I mean, it's like I never tried to be like bad toward it or anything, but it's always like the fact of the matter is like it's just not healthy, dog. It's just not healthy.
yeah, it's
It's like
nothing to
more careless.
Yeah.
glorify.
Yeah.
Well, and the thing is then like pushing it on everybody to say like, "Hey, you have to understand this is beautiful, and if you don't think it's beautiful, you're an awful person." And
Yeah.
it's just like, well, I don't think, you know, someone that has 50,000 piercings is beautiful. Does that make me a bigot too? Like
Right?
Right.
I don't get it. Like
Like what
it's
happened
just
to the
like
word what was that word that we used to use? Preference. What happened to that? Aren't we allowed to
right.
be subjective to our own opinions? Like
Well, don't you know? Don't you remember?
Don't you
I think it was
know?
Amy Coney Barrett said something in her confirmation speech about talking about gay people and it's their sexual preference.
Yeah.
And then Wikipedia or like the dictionary went in to say that if you use the word preference, it's like gay bashing or bigoted.
no, what the
Yes, this world has gone fucking nuts.
Yeah, yeah.
It's nucking futs, all of it. I mean, it's changing. Everything's changing. It's so stupid. It's just like, you know what? Not everyone's going to love everyone. If they did, that's called utopia, and that doesn't happen.
It doesn't exist and it never works. It just
No, it doesn't.
This is the
what
worst
is it
thing.
that one I saw this TikTok video of this dude that was on there. He's like being a parent these days, trying to explain the birds and the bees, and he's like, and then the bee used to have a there used to be a bird, now the bird used to be a bee too, but then
Dude,
then
this is the
the
worst thing
bee.
that ever happened to
The other
Victoria's
thing-
Secret.
Oh my god!
Oh,
Now
don't they have
yeah.
Megan Rapinoe as a Victoria's Secret model now?
Ugh,
Who?
there's that.
Megan Rapinoe
Oh
from
yeah,
the
I think so. That's terrible.
There's that bear
I'm
meme
sorry. She's
again.
not even. She's not attractive at all. That's
well,
not what
and
Victoria's Secret's about. It's just. I mean, they could add them, but why did they get rid of the other ones? That's pretty bigoted, don't you think? Like these beautiful girls, you get rid of them because it doesn't fit what you think is beautiful, but then we're supposed to just be looking now at what you think is beautiful in that. So it's kind of like now you're just strong arming a situation.
Mm-hmm.
yeah. Well, it's just like the whole thing, like it's like the debeautificationing, if that's even a word, of everything.
I totally
Like, I
get
mean,
it.
you think of like artwork, right? Like modern art. Modern art, I look at some of that stuff and it was like my 5-year-old could do that. And people are paying millions of dollars for shit. And
Right.
you're just like, no. And they say beauty is of the eye of the beholder. Yes, that is true. But I mean, there are actual studies out there that have like metrics in which people like gauge people on facial structure and everything, with symmetry, and that's considered
Right.
beauty. I mean, so it is a thing. It's scientifically, yes, but now they're trying to push this other stuff where I guess majority of people wouldn't be like, oh yeah, come to Papa, and saying like
Right.
it's gorgeous, you have to love it, just love it all. It's
Yeah,
so
exactly.
pretty,
Yeah.
I got
Like really
and just like
I got two things on art for you. So one, I've always
okay,
thought about that. It's like I could have drawn that. Why is that for millions of dollars? The other thing on art, Hunter Biden selling artwork. Are you fucking kidding me? You should be selling
I was gonna say
laptops
that.
like you're selling your artwork right now because you're just giving away your laptops anyways.
well, he loses them quite frequently, so I don't think he'd be a good laptop salesman.
Yeah, yeah,
Right.
that's good too.
Yeah.
He uses his own supply, if you know what I mean.
Didn't he
Parmesan cheese.
right? Didn't he like
So what a
say
weird comment that was.
what was it that when he
Anywho,
was with that hooker or whatever? And that didn't he
yeah,
say something about the Russians taking his laptop like to her too? Like it almost seemed
mm-hmm.
like that was a setup and like that. There's just so much weird shit with all that.
I like to
This
say
guy's
the
gonna have like
Yeah.
laptops out in public soon.
the devil is revealing himself. Light is coming out into that darkness and it's showing.
Well,
Well, you
yeah,
would think with the whole laptop thing, people would have come out and been like, shouldn't Biden be removed right now? Because like, isn't this kind of like not maybe a conflict of interest, but he could be compromised because depending on whatever on the kid's laptop, like it could be used for blackmail.
Dude, imagine if that was Donnie Jr. Come on now. The fucking media will be
oh
eating
yeah,
Donald Trump alive. Seriously, they already have, but if imagine it like they already
Yeah.
coming out and saying, "Oh,
If they
Donnie
if
Jr.
that
was on cocaine when he said this." It's like, come on.
if that happened to Don Jr., I would even come out and say, I'd be like, what a piece of shit. Like, get out of here.
right, exactly. And didn't he lie on his gun application or whatever? That's
Yeah.
some sort of
Yep.
like I think it's a federal offense.
Hunter,
It's
not
kind of
Don
like
Jr. We went back to Hunter's, right?
well,
Yeah,
Hunter,
Hunter. Yeah, Hunter.
it's still like you just keep blowing all this shit off. If that was they would have him in the FBI be questioning. That's
Oh,
almost
he'd
never
be in
got
Gitmo right now.
Yeah, right? Yeah.
Insane.
Bullshit.
So, anyways,
Yeah, fucking Biden.
oh, go ahead, finish that.
Biden needs to be in Gitmo now.
Well, yeah, that's for sure. You know who else needs to
Yeah.
be in Gitmo are these Australian police who are going around pepper spraying
Ugh.
12-year-olds for not wearing a mask.
That was such a heartbreaking video.
It was terrible.
I
I was
heard the
getting
audio
so
first.
pissed just watching it.
Yeah, I had to talk about it on my other
Oh my
Yeah,
podcast.
God. Well, you can even
Good.
Well, you even got to hear what I think it was the mom yelling, being like, "But you guys don't have masks on. Look at this guy. He doesn't have a mask on, getting his badge number and everything, and they're throwing this chick in jail." I will say this, like there, I had a heartbreaking conversation with someone the other night about what's going on over on what's going on over in Australia, and it is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Complete authoritarian dictatorship type thing going on. They're taking kids out of people's homes. I think it was 24,000 kids in Sydney were taken out of their homes and made to get the
There's
vaccination,
Canadian
and their
water.
parents weren't even allowed to be there. Yeah.
Who's that?
That guy doesn't have that police
That's
officer
the
doesn't have a mask on. He thinks that he can grow his
Oh,
beard
that
so
was
far
yeah.
out
yep.
that it looks
Oh,
like a
okay. Yeah.
No
mask.
No,
mask
yeah.
on me.
Yeah. That's man. But yeah,
It's
they took all
insane.
those
And
kids to like some stadium, ain't it?
yeah. And then in Victoria, they're building like a huge quote unquote quarantine area for like $15 million or something like that. So they can basically rip people out of their homes and put them in these quarantine camps
Right. Yeah. That's
for
Hey,
nuts
whatever
at
that
reason.
all.
sounds very, very familiar. Like the world has been through that kind of deal before. I can't
Right?
put my
Yeah.
finger on it. I do not
But it's all under the guise of our
I do not see this coming again. Get it? I said Nazi.
Same playbook, different decade.
Yeah.
It's
They did not see this coming either.
crazy.
Anyways, I think I fucking used that same joke last last episode.
the way that I see it crumbling down though too is I mean it's there just seems to be a system going on, but it seems like it's gonna be crumbling that way, like one country at a time doing that eventually, especially with other shit that's going on that I'll talk about a little bit later. But yeah, if it comes to
Well, this is
America,
what happens when other countries don't have 2A.
yeah.
That the
Yeah.
government can just do this, and the people feel like there's nothing that they can do. They don't feel like that they have any politicians or anything on their side because they're all interloped together, and like they don't feel like they can group together because I don't know if they have like the same stupid like online policies that Britain does, where if you say something derogatory
Fuck the
online, the
queen.
police will come to your door and fucking arrest you.
That's fucked up.
Like
You can't say fuck the queen.
shit.
I'm saying it right now. Fuck the
No,
queen. But bring me the wine. Or fuck the
he's gonna
kingdom.
come
Fuck the
eat you
queen.
in the middle of the night.
Um
Right?
shit.
So this is
Yeah.
going to be the last time Jack is going to be on the podcast
Yeah.
because he's been black bagged by the United Kingdom,
Yeah. Yeah.
and he's going to be made their slave boy. Just so
Jack,
everyone knows, if you have any
he's like,
questions
I
about
did
that, just
not
refer to episode 2.
Just
I
call me
did not
a fag.
suicide myself.
Oh wait, that means cigarette. We already went through that.
Oh, I thought it was because you're a part of the Film Actors Guild. I'm sorry.
Oh,
I
yeah, the
always get
film.
confused. I just snorted. That's
That's all good. We good content. Good content.
Oh God.
What was I gonna say about
No, but it's crazy because
I totally forgot what I was gonna say. I was gonna say something more with the vaccine the internment camp thing, the quarantine camp. Fuck, I
mhm.
forgot though. I already said what I need to say anyways about that. Sounds familiar, that's all.
Yeah. I mean, it's if one country, especially like in Australia, where they're pretty much like born criminals to begin with on that island, and they're getting screwed over, and there's not that much of a rebellion. Like, I,
Oh dude,
I don't
I
know, but I would
remember.
say this though. I know a lot of people are pissed, and I will 100% back them up to rise up. I will post everywhere on social media everything that's going on over there because I don't think and many people on stateside or over in Europe know exactly what the hell is going on over there, and it's ridiculous. It's my heart breaks
Mm-hmm.
every time I see stuff coming out of there because it's just like, I mean, they had this one douchebag coming out being like, well, and very condescendingly, like a real dick, being like, listen, when you're at like the pubs or whatever, you can't take off your mask if you want to have a beer or
Right.
if you're at the beer garden. You need to keep your mask on at all times. Fuck you, bro.
Man.
Yeah, like how am I supposed to take a drink of anything, motherfucker? Like Jesus.
Uh,
They should. What are they gonna do? Get those zip masks that you see on like the people who
dude,
are playing instruments and shit, and put a straw through there?
the madness, the madness. Oh, I hate saying shit
Well, and
like
what was
that.
it?
That's some.
And speaking of Australia, but New Zealand locked down after one case.
Yeah,
Ugh.
One case.
one case in what? How many? How long?
Those,
It said 180 days or something like that, or
It
170.
was like 170
Yeah,
days. Yeah, it was almost 6 months,
what? Not even
right?
a death.
So New Zealand, no.
it's a madhouse.
Well, it's crazy. So, like, that happened. It's like the guy is from Auckland, which is like one of the most populous cities in New Zealand, right?
Yeah.
This guy gets tested and it's tested positive for COVID-19. The state government comes out and is just like, well, we don't know what strand of COVID it is, but we're just going to assume that it's the Delta variant because people who have come back from overbroad and were quarantined most likely had the Delta variant, but we can't
Like
confirm.
makes me want to throw
So we're
stuff.
just
It's
gonna call
like
it
because you
that.
don't have. It's like because you don't have a Delta test. That's why you don't know.
Seriously,
As far
amen.
as I know, there still isn't one. But I heard that they're supposed to be coming out with one next year that differentiates between variants and the flu. But why don't they have that right now? And didn't they already start suspending the PCR test that's supposed to be
Yeah,
suspended by like December 31st or something?
yeah. So what happened is I think it was like in mid to late July, the CDC came out with like a new guidance when it came to the test, and it was basically saying that the test that majority of the people were using now, that they needed to start getting rid of them, and they would not be in supply or in circulation. They can't be in supply or in circulation by December, I think 20th or 31st, I don't know, of 2021, and that there's like 10 other different tests that they can go to find from like the FDA. But the main reason why they said it is because it was they had a difficult time differentiating between what was actually COVID and what was the flu. So any number, any stat, anything without cases and all this stuff means fucking nothing then.
Right,
We're basing everything on bunk data.
right. Bunch of
So
horse shit.
it is. And the thing is that really gets me is like, so I talked to some people who are on the left and they're like, all these people on the right, they get their news and their data from like the wrong places. And I was like, I go on the CDC website. I
Yeah,
get my data there. I go to my government website and I look at their guidance from their previous guidance and compare it to data. So, I use critical thinking
Yeah,
skills.
what happened to
right.
trust the
Because then we
science?
go right. Well, we take that data, then we see what's happening now, and that's why last time when Dr. Fauci showed up, because 2 weeks later my shit's wrong, and you know I can't say we're right because then I try to fucking get all shaky about it. And listen to the science, all right? No, look, motherfucker, look. Every time you
No,
guys keep coming
listen,
out,
you're the
everything's wrong.
liar, Rand Paul. You're the liar.
All right, look.
Take
Both
a
of you,
Valium,
screw your
Grandpa.
freedom.
Yeah, screw your freedom.
That that's
Oh, go
Arnold.
back to Austria, build
Oh,
Yeah.
and speaking of that,
Buddy.
let's go ahead and talk about that for a second. By him saying that, one of his bigger sponsors and supplement company, Redcon One, boycotts Arnold over him saying "screw your freedom."
Fuck yeah.
Well, they're like, you know what? Screw your competition. Redcon won't be there. So awesome,
Hell yeah.
They screwed him like he did
What
his
do they
maid.
do? They do
right?
like what are they called? Like protein stuff and shit and like
Yeah, yeah. I think they're just like a
yeah,
supplement company. They
supplements.
got athletes that use that are sponsored by them to work out and like use their shit.
Mm,
Yeah.
yeah,
But hey, good for
cut that
them because
Olympian
yeah,
out.
fuck him.
Yeah, and you know what? And here's the thing too that I think that might the company that dropped him might get criticism from people on the right by saying we can't use the same tactics as the left. Well, all that shit has
Yeah,
gone out the way. Start no cancel
That
done.
that's
You're out.
like
If you say stupid shit
yeah.
like that, you're done.
That's like people who fight and then all of a sudden throw a kick and you land it pretty well. You guys, hey, no fair. Come on, dude.
You kick too
Yeah.
hard.
Oh,
You don't have your medal anymore.
oh, you brought a gun to a knife fight? That's not
That
fair.
happened.
Right.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
You automatically lose. He gets one stab at you before you can shoot.
Right.
That's handicaps right there. They would. They would this year, this time of age. There would be handicaps. Woke ass people will probably be fighting
Oh, yeah.
just like that. They're like, all right, he gets to stab you first.
I don't think you can call it handicaps. I think handicaps is
Eesh.
offensive to those who actually do have
Oh,
some
it's
type of
Sorry.
physical
I,
impairment. So
I
it'd
mean, it's
be
pretty tarded.
it would be an advantage.
I meant to say it's pretty tarded. Oh, wait.
Handy
Oh wait.
banded.
I'm going to get us canceled.
Well, if you would like to, wait, just for context, so we can't get canceled. Let's look up the word retarded in the dictionary because
Yes.
this is
Oh.
an actual dictionary.
Well,
So
here,
we need
I'll
to know
give
the
you
actual meaning of this word.
right.
So
I'll
while
give
I'm
one
looking,
for
you
yeah. I'll
guys
say I'll give a meaning of it for my job because I'm a machinist, right? So in my handbook, I definitely remember this because it's hilarious. Whenever I was looking through the handbook when I was in school, because I did 4 years of trade school, and looking through it, just like looking at different terms or whatever else, figuring out. I forgot what we looked it up for, but there's a term called retarded motion.
Mm-hmm.
So whenever you start, if you're like, say, if you're on a lathe, basically it's like whenever you're operating and something happens to where something spins wrong or whatever. Like, say if I'm turning a piece and I think if I hit reverse on it, it'll start going the other way, and it's called retarded motion, like something that doesn't act right. So it's like, hey, I'm a machinist. I can say retarded, all right?
Yeah, there you go. Before you say the definition, Jackie, my definition growing up, retarded, was it doesn't work right. Simple. Anything
Yeah.
could be retarded.
Yes. So according to the dictionary, this is the American Heritage Dictionary circa 1969. So, because you guys know me, I collect dictionaries, so that's why.
Mm-hmm.
So it's
Nerd.
relatively.
Kidding. Nerds are cool now.
Hey, I will proudly wear the nerd badge. I do
I
not
think we all,
care.
well, yeah, the conspiracy
I
theory
enjoy
badge,
it.
the patriot
Anyway,
badge, the nerd badge, the geek badge, the musician badge, all the badges.
oh yeah, I was like definitely number one in brownies with all those
Yep.
badges. JK, I only lasted like 2 seconds at brownies. I hated that. Anyway, so it means relatively slow or backward in mental or emotional development or in academic achievement.
Mm-hmm.
Now, to retard is to impede or delay, cause to proceed slowly, to become delayed.
Wow, I didn't know
Because
it's
I
an
walk in a
action,
retard.
like a
So if I
verb.
creep up on somebody, I can be like,
Well, it's a verb, yes.
I walked up on her in a
Retard
retard
is
motion.
a verb, and then retard is an adjective.
You are retarding me right
just so y'all
now.
know.
You're retarding my mind
I don't
right
know.
now. I didn't know you could use that as a verb.
Well, I
That's
don't think
awesome.
in that. No, I don't think that's the right context. I
Damn
think it
it.
would be enlightened
Well,
you
I
right
was on
now.
something.
Wrong word.
now I'm gonna use it like that. It's like, don't make me tard you, bro. I'm gonna tard you. Make that a thing. Like White Boy Summer.
White boy summer. Okay, first of all, I didn't know that Chet, what's his name? Chet
Chet.
Hanks.
Yeah.
Apparently he has a song, White Boy
Yeah.
Summer.
Yeah, I think I heard it once.
I haven't heard of it, but I know about
Did
it.
you hear? Okay, well, apparently he had put out this video. I don't remember where I heard it, but he had put this video out on Twitter, I believe, or Instagram, and he was talking about like
Yeah.
getting
I'm on it.
the jabby jabbers,
Yeah, that's
and he's like acting all
that was a
serious,
funny ass
and then
video.
he's like, "Fuck that," blah blah, and I was like, "Oh my god," and I was like,
I kind of want to play that on
"Good for
here.
you, sir. Just speak your mind." Oh, you know what it was? It was I saw it on the Hodge Twins.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I saw the video. It was on Rumble.
Yeah, it
I
was
love those
funny.
guys.
Funny hearing him say that.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Chet Hanks. Here it is right here.
You with
But everyone would say he's the black sheep of the
It's
family.
literally
him
1
with
minute.
this Illuminati triangle on his.
You guys want to hear it? Oh wait, I gotta let this
Yeah.
ad play
Okay.
first.
Download Hakuna today. So just
Looking
checking
ahead.
in. Look, I've been kind of on the fence about this
Not
for a
our
while. That's why
sponsors.
I've never spoke on it. But with the amount of people that I know recently that have gotten COVID, and with like the numbers rising, I think it's important for me to say like I got the vaccine. I think everybody should. I think it's really important like that we all do this just as like citizens, as Americans. We have to look out for each other and get this under control, guys. So like I suggest to all my followers, you guys set an appointment and get the vaccine first thing. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. I never had COVID. You ain't sticking me with that motherfucking needle. It's the motherfucking flu. Get over it, okay? If you're sick, stay inside. I'm tired of having. Okay, why are we working around y'all? If you're in danger, stay your ass inside. I'm tired of wearing a motherfucking mask. I'm so sick of this.
Fuck
shit,
yeah.
man.
I love that. I love
Yeah.
that. It's like, dude, I used to not like you because you're Illuminati and shit, but that made you cool. Maybe I still don't like you, but that made you cool. Yeah,
Well, he got cut off too
he
from
literally has the tattoo on his chest of the
the
Illuminati.
family. I think.
Forgot. I don't know. Looks like I'm playing
Yeah,
with my nips.
yeah, he's got a
Yeah.
whole bunch of them that are like that. But I wonder if he started being like that because he got cut off from the money in the family
No,
and
I
shit.
think he got like that
Because they
because his
told him
dad
a
got
while ago
killed.
they were going to quit the money.
Because who?
Because Tom Hanks is dead.
I don't know about that. I think
Oh yeah, that's his twin brother.
I thought he escaped to Greece because they can't extradite pedophiles there.
Oh, that's what we thought. We got him though. We got him right before he got there. I think actually they're probably waiting for him there because they know all the shit he does too. No, anyways, that's another whole conspiracy, right? YouTube.
Well, yeah, I'd
Sorry.
say we could talk that conspiracy. We can talk that conspiracy stuff one of these times.
Yeah.
Like, I would like to screen share too because I still have screenshots of when he was in Australia of newspaper clippings stating that he died in Australia from COVID.
Oh,
Do you really?
Ew.
Oh my god, I did
you're
not know
turning your
that.
brain, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, I still have those.
Wow.
I mean, shh.
Yeah, it's a conspiracy. It may or may
Yeah,
not be true.
It may or may not be on his hard drive. You might want to put that on an external hard drive right now since we're
yeah.
talking about it, just in case.
I'm not
Silently
suicidal.
pull that from your computer. Right, exactly. I am not suicided myself.
Jackie, how about you? Are you suicidal?
Oh no, oh absolutely
No.
not.
Okay.
My husband already knows if I'm taken, he knows who
Oh,
took me.
all right. Sweet.
Right.
We are not suicidal here. You hear that? So I'm not talking to you, God. Please, thank you for helping us out, keeping us safe. I'm talking to you guys out there
We need to
listening to us.
I'll get John McAfee tattoos. The whack.
Yeah, whack.
I
I'm
Did you
gonna.
guys see
I was gonna say
the
whack
stuff that
off.
came out? Did you guys see any of the stuff that came out from what was it? His Dead Man Switch timer. Like it was
No.
basically like a bunch of UFO and shit. Like it seemed like.
Okay.
I've seen a bunch of
Let's say
videos
for our
on it.
listeners, who is John McAfee?
Maker of McAfee software. He also has been well known and admitted to hacking into the government
Dude,
software.
he gave
It has
free
something that has
laptops to the
of-
Congress or something, and they all had software to
Yeah.
spy on it, to spy on them.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. And he's like, no matter, like if I get killed, I'll just release whatever. And I think a lot of it was in that. I didn't get to see all of it, but I got to see certain parts. But like what got released was basically the info got released in binary code. So it's like you had to copy that, take it to a binary reader, translate it, and then it gave you the codes and shit. Like it was kind of in that Q-esque fashion. So like I mean, there's like my wheels spinning. Like I wonder if he had anything to do with part of what was with Q and
Guillotine?
shit.
I like that, but
Yeah, I like McAfee. I actually always did. He was an
he
asshole at one
exposed,
point with some crypto. Yeah, but he's
just like
wild.
Snowden. Actually, what John McAfee lately just died in prison in Spain.
Right.
So that's the whole news. That's who John
Right.
McAfee is.
Oh,
Oh, and why was he in prison?
right. Well,
But hasn't his wife?
well, it's funny that that Florida building crumbles too, where his info was. You know what I'm saying? So,
Anyways, yeah, we could go on
and that was
about that
not too
one
long.
too.
So that's
Yeah,
another
I know I
example.
saw like later on videos and stuff of that building, and you can see like a pop at the bottom of it, and then it goes. And I was at first I was like, okay, I would look at everything with a skeptical eye. At first, I'm like, so, and then I finally looked at it, and I was like, yeah, no,
Right.
that was caused.
Pop pop. You know what else is
No,
going
it's
pop
not.
pop?
What are you talking-
Sorry, I'm.
Popcorn was
Yeah, corn pop. You said popcorn.
popcorn. I was like, I'm not even gonna fix myself on that one. I'm just
I
gonna let
like
it
that
go.
though. That's good. Where am
Just
I?
gonna let it
What's
lay.
going on?
Where am
Speaking of pop
I? All right.
pop, there was no
Yeah.
pop pop going on when Taliban took over Afghanistan this last weekend. Went
Yeah,
by
Oh
so
man.
that
smooth.
so smooth.
Like, dude, it was like that. Like they took it over like as fast. Like if I drove like across the country, is how fast they took over fucking Afghanistan. It's fucking
Yeah,
ridiculous. Like within 1 month, right after he said it, it was like they were in there, took it over. That doesn't
yeah,
seem planned at all to anyone.
It was it was weird.
You
I
know.
mean, they even
And
said
now
that
they're
they knew it was going to happen. It was just a matter of time. So that kind of alarming too. It's like, well, if you already knew that was going to happen either way, the fuck.
yeah,
right. Well, here's the thing: is like, yeah, they can say that, but the worst part is that China is already recognizing them, talking to them, and now they are on the border of Pakistan that has nuclear weapons. That's a big fucking scare, especially because now they're stronger than
Hmm.
ever before, have more land than before,
Well,
have our weapons, have a bunch of Black Hawk helicopters, and I'm sorry that people are going to say they might not find the pilots,
I
but
like how
fuck
you
that, yeah, they probably will.
enunciated right there. They got big Black Hawk helicopters.
Black Hawk.
Anyways, yeah, man, it's some
But
crazy shit. And Bongino was saying that they got like some kind of grid where like the facial recognition AI stuff, and they could tell who's been
oh,
working with America.
biometric,
biometric.
Yeah, the biometric stuff.
Yeah,
yeah,
biometric technology.
yeah, and if they
Yeah,
don't get rid of that shit soon, those guys are going to go after them and fucking kill them.
Um,
I,
yeah.
I'm
do,
a lot of people are going to be fucking dying
do you
soon.
guys have anything on this? Because
Well, and then, but I have to ask my
I'm
ass.
just gonna stay quiet for like a minute. I'm gonna look up some like audio clips to play about this while you guys take this because I have a
Okay.
different take on
Okay.
it that I'll
Yeah,
explain after.
find the one where a woman is asking the Taliban if they're going to have women be able to be a
Free
part of
speech.
politics.
Oh,
Yeah,
Yeah,
I just saw
and
that
free
find
earlier
speech
that
today.
clip.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No, but I was just going to say
mhm.
with like all the helicopters and stuff that are there, like I think to myself, okay, well, will they be able to even operate them? And then I saw something on Twitter today, and it was a picture of the some of the people from the Taliban inside of the presidential palace, and it was like there was this meme like saying like if you were actually trained, how can you tell me you're trained by not saying anything? And it was like with them, they're holding their guns instead of like having their finger on the trigger, they had it on the outside, and that's how you're usually
And also
trained.
the muzzle hole too, and
Right, exactly. So then I'm just like, okay, well, if they were actually professionally trained, then maybe they do will know how to operate these helicopters.
right.
It's just a whole shit show. They should have just bombed the shit out of all the camps
Well,
and everything, and
oh
got.
yeah, for sure. And like, but
They
here's
knew it was
the thing,
happening.
right? And also now they have the soldiers that were left there, the 300,000 or however many that are still there that are probably just going to go ahead and be now Taliban soldiers and fight with them. They also had special forces that were pretty tough, so I guarantee there's at least one or two of the special forces that probably have an idea of how to fly one of those Blackhawks. There's good, like even talking to the Chinese government, they're gonna pay somebody to come fly this fucking helicopter. It's
Well,
shit's gonna happen like that, or they're gonna, or you
it
know
was
what's gonna happen if they're gonna be part of
Mhm.
it, they're gonna sell them to the Chinese. Is that gonna be
Yeah,
awesome? Chinese having fucking Black Hawk helicopters?
right. Well, and then I also think though too,
No,
because I was asked
China
a
has
question
little yellow
before.
helicopters. Sorry.
No, I was asked a question before of whether or not the Taliban would actually work with China because of their treatment of the Uyghurs.
Right. Which I thought about that too, but I kind of almost think that they don't care
Yeah.
because I think that they're gonna be there, the Taliban Islamic style living where they're at, and whoever isn't there is not there because they know that they can't beat China. The best thing they can do is work with them.
Yeah. I mean, it's not like China doesn't have enough money to pay them off either. I mean, because
Right.
they've been trying to, with like the whole Belt and Road Initiative and stuff. Like, the Middle East is a big part of that, and with this going down, they kind of probably just seeing like how much, um, what the price is going to be to get some of even the minerals and stuff. They're rich in,
See, that's
I
yeah.
believe it's like lithium and other things. Which now, I mean, if you look at where the quote unquote Western world is looking to go with renewable energies, electric cars, those batteries need lithium. So there's going to be a lot of lithium mining,
Right.
a lot of mines in Africa that have lithium in them. China's been buying up and all that shit for a
Mm,
very, very long time.
And I
Like,
think,
they're sneaky as shit. They've been buying land and different things here and there. We know that here in America, they own Hollywood
hmm
now, you know.
well, and with
LeBron
that
James
too,
can't even say anything about the Hong Kong protesters. I mean,
right,
shit, if someone went to the NBA with a t-shirt that said, "I support the Hong Kong protesters," they were fucking kicked out like
right.
2 years ago.
Well, and like, how many fucking electric car companies are going to be from China and Japan in our country probably in the future just because of like all of that?
Yeah.
It's going to be a lot. Like, we're going to have so many outside the country companies. Like, there might be some that are here, but it's going to be so hard and expensive for them to make the cars and for us to buy them. Like, it's just going to be cheaper to
Mhm.
buy ones from China.
Well, yeah, and China is starting a new nuclear plant. I can't remember where it's at. It's like Xidong. They're like they're yeah, I know. But it but they're
Genome!
I think it's like 3 or 4 units that they're starting to build of nuclear energy power plants, and China and Russia are actually like head to head on being the most nuclear powerful country within Africa right now. They're like fighting each other to build nuclear power plants in all these different other countries and as well as their own. And when we sit here and we're like, we can't frack, and no more pipelines and la la la, and it's just like, okay, so we're
Right.
just all gonna go to shit. And my
Yeah.
prediction dream that I had 3 years ago of the Chinese, American, and Russian flag all combined is gonna come true.
Oh, guess what? It's already starting to, because what I want to talk about a little bit too. Did you find what you were looking up, Jack?
Yeah, well, I found something. I don't think I found the right
Yeah.
one.
Yeah,
Next
because
time we'll be prepared.
some
I'll
clips are
tell you, this show
about
will
what's
get
going
better and
on in
better as we
Afghanistan.
go. All right.
Oh yeah, good.
Oh, I'll say so. Here's this clip very quick. It's only 45 seconds.
Yeah, do it.
I wonder if it's only going to show this. So there's ladies that are protesting over there with signs. I'm saying, I'm guessing they're against Sharia law, I imagine. And
Right.
no one's arresting them. They're
It's,
showing their face and everything. Oh, but they do have like a bigger head covering. But they're showing their
it, no,
face.
just it's until like the end of this. Well, it's going to be until the end of this month or until like September 11th, because they're giving time for the Americans to get out in some certain American ways. Are probably still going to be okay there in certain aspects, but after
Where's that
that, no,
lady?
it's not going to be that way.
I, re-
They already gave them a time to have to come out by.
I definitely remember seeing
That's why that CNN,
oh, Tulsi
well, that's
Gabbard.
why that CNN reporter was able. have her face uncovered when she was there, and it's like, all right, but somehow CNN's there, you know, just fine.
Damn. There's a video on here that says hard to watch video.
did you see how
Sorry.
did you see how oh, I know which one it probably is. It's someone getting murdered in the middle of
It
the
probably
street,
is under Taliban Sharia
by the way.
law.
Yeah. No, but that CNN reporter that was there, like, you see her, it was, like, a few days before, Kabul was
Yeah,
taken over, and she's just
Oh
like, she's
no.
got a
Oh.
scarf
regular.
around her neck, like, she probably used to put over her hair now and then, like, the day after that Kabul was taken over by the Taliban, she's, like, full black, no hair showing, like,
Yep.
Oh, the
burqa.
reporter.
Yeah, it's not a. There's fine. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
but,
fine.
they're
There's no
gonna
oppression.
no, and, they're gonna abide by, like, the human rights laws and all that stuff from
Yeah.
regulations from, international law and everything. Don't worry, they're gonna go along with the UN agenda.
Okay, well,
Speaking of
oh,
speaking of
Which
UN
I can
agenda, Biden and
oh shit.
Tony
I didn't want to
Blinken.
transition yet. I still have my take on Taliban thing.
Oh, do it.
Are we
Never
cool?
mind. I will wait. Go ahead.
Okay. It's going to be very
Yep.
quick. These are what ifs. I'm not a traitor or any kind. I'm not saying Sharia law is a good thing. But just what if
Al Sharia law.
these what if these Taliban are actually going to be good guys now and they're taking back the country, getting rid of the bad guys that are in there? Because bear with me here, about a year ago, or maybe almost 2 years ago, Donald Trump had said in an interview, said we are speaking with the Taliban right now, with important people in there, and they're gonna be getting rid of terrorists in Afghanistan. They're gonna be killing some really bad people. And here, I'm still going here. So that video that we saw of the airplane leaving, and there was a bunch of people trying to get on that airplane and stuff like that. There was people hanging off the sides. You know, we do see this on
Yeah,
every
Bell
news
and shit.
station. The news stations, we know that they try to play trickery on us. What if that's really not exactly happening? Taliban are there, and it was swift and quickly that they took control. I'm just, I'm not going to say any favorite letters here, but some of this kind of stuff has been talked about that will happen. And like I said, Trump talked and he said, we're talking with the Taliban and they're going to be killing some bad people. And, oh, yeah, with that video of the people trying to get on the plane, how many kids and women did you see in that video? I saw mostly men. And that other video of the
No, that's
reporter, I saw everyone there kind of happy. I don't know if they were chanting exactly death to America. Maybe if they were, maybe that's just something that has to play out. I think there's a bigger picture behind this. This was way too easy. And once again, every media station is saying the same damn fucking thing. Project Mockingbird in its process again. That
well, yeah.
might not even be what we're thinking about. I'm just saying that's my take right there. Did I open any doors in your
I mean,
guys'
yeah,
head?
I can. I can somewhat see some of that, but I just don't totally see it. Time will play out with that, but
Oh yeah.
they lied quite a few times. And if they're enforcing Sharia law at all, I just don't
Well, they
see
haven't
them.
yet, right?
They've already killed a few Americans and other people like
Have
that,
they?
and they just
Yeah,
haven't
and
killed.
they already
Yeah,
started spray painting over advertisements that have
yeah,
women's faces on them.
yeah. They were whitewashing walls with women's faces
Where
on it and shit
I didn't
already.
hear
And
anything about killing anything.
yeah, they killed
Well,
some. I forgot what
it was an
podcast it was.
interpreter, like some
Yeah,
interpreters
interpreter.
and stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
This wasn't old news
So, I
in the
mean,
past.
No.
no,
Hmm.
no. But here's the thing, like, so they're coming out now and like, eh, Even like the some mainstream media though too is saying, "Oh well, this is going to be a different Taliban. They're going to be,
Hmm.
more progressive," and that's why you see, who's that guy, Ned
Oh,
Price or whatever,
yeah,
that little
that's right.
weenie, who was talking about how like the Taliban has to be more inclusivity, and especially women, and then you see videos of like a woman reporter asking the guys like, "Hey, are you going to let women, get into politics?" And they literally laugh in her face. And then he's like, "Stop recording, stop recording." And then it's like, I feel like it's like this weird, like PR campaign to make them look like they're going to be more progressive and like
Yep.
more inclusive and stuff. But they can't help themselves because there was like one leader that went on to a news station and had a conversation with a woman reporter or whatever to make it look like that they're more inclusive, and then they have all these fucking TikTok videos and all that shit out there, like them dancing and everything, but as they're smashing TVs in the middle of the streets. So no, it's a bunch of fucking bullshit in my eyes. I'll be honest.
Yeah.
They're
Well, and
saying they're
Over
also,
said.
smashing TVs
well,
in
Sorry.
the streets. Who there is a bigger
but
enemy for
also,
us, and it's those people on TV. Look, like I say, I'm not supporting Taliban.
yeah.
I don't support Sharia law. I'm just saying I haven't heard anything about that kind of stuff. The smashing of TVs, I could get behind
But,
that
but
shit.
that,
I could totally get behind smashing TVs. Fuck the news
yeah.
stations.
Well, what else was funny is that they were talking about trying to give the women free speech or other people, and that guy, the Taliban guy, was like, "You guys should be asking Facebook about free speech."
Right.
Good point.
Yeah.
Good point.
I
Good
was like,
point.
I agree with him on that.
I'm just saying it's a big what if. That's
I'm
just my
sorry,
take.
sorry, but it's a big smoke show to me. I think that they're still
Yeah.
going to be super oppressive. I don't think that they're going to get very progressive at all. I just don't. But hey, who knows? Maybe it could be a hell of a lot different. But if they're working with China and Russia with Biden as president, I think we're fucking the ass.
Yeah, I mean, with how quick the turnaround was, though, with people's attitudes, like running to the store to go get a full-on black burqas.
Mm.
You can't have
Like
color
Well,
that.
anymore.
that's
Some
Like
girls
that.
getting taken off the
Like
floor.
that.
that's because they're expecting the same thing's gonna happen. I'm just saying there could be a big turnaround. I mean,
Well, that video that
spiritual
there's like
awakening.
this 2.5 minute video that's going out there. This woman literally killed in the street because they said that her outfit was too tight and she wasn't with a male.
Yeah, Sri
And it was
Lanka
an older
can't be.
lady.
But how do we
Yeah, you
know that
can't
video
be
is a new
with
one?
a.
It's not an old one.
Well, no, and that's true too. So
There's these things. I'm telling you,
keep it all.
we
So
still have to
okay.
stand on our guard because we can't just all start agreeing. Everyone is on the news is saying the same thing. It's like, wait a minute. Now they all agree on. Okay, I get it. Sharia law is bad, but
Yeah,
there's just this thing. Like I
but I mean,
said,
like,
the
it's
fact
like
that Trump went over there to talk about him, and then the peace deal that he did. Just saying.
But it wasn't with the Taliban though.
No, it wasn't.
He didn't do a peace deal
Well,
with the
that's what
Taliban.
I'm saying is maybe
But
these
I
aren't
know
real
I was
Taliban
watching.
people. Maybe it's different people under those clothes. I'm
I
just
don't
saying.
think so. That's good. I mean, I would like that more, to
I
be
know. I
honest.
would
Yeah,
too. Yeah. Well, it's just a different perspective.
we
Not
just gotta
trying to.
see how things kind of play
Yeah.
out right
Yeah.
now.
I'm not trying to piss anyone off. By
Yeah,
God,
I mean,
no, I'm not doing
No.
oh
that.
no. Well, the thing is like I feel like with a lot of these situations, like no one really understands that there's two things that can be true at once.
Yeah.
It's not always black and white. So that's why, like, with a lot of times, it's just like you got to see how
That's the
some of these things
president.
play out a little bit, and you can't predict anything.
Man,
Hey,
I
did you
wish
see
you
him on? He was on Greg Kelly on Newsmax.
No.
All right, I'll send it to you. He was on Newsmax today talking about all this stuff that was going on, and it was really good.
Hmm.
hell yeah.
So he was talking about how they should have bombed the shit out of all their equipment before they
Oh,
left.
yes.
And I was like,
Yeah.
yes,
No, they should have, because usually they do that. They destroy their equipment so they don't fucking leave it all
yeah,
behind like they fucking
Yeah.
did.
Haven't
Like,
you
God
seen
damn.
Mission
I can't believe
yeah,
Impossible?
I
This weapons cache will
can't
self
believe they
destruct in
so much.
10 seconds.
Right.
right. It's insane. I mean,
Well,
Oh
that was a
yeah,
cool
and
it
debate
was.
on that, man. That was, I mean, not a debate, but just the takes and what's going on in the world. Yeah,
Discussion as a
discussion. I
talk.
like that
Yeah.
word,
Yeah.
discussion. I
Well, I
forgot
mean,
all
and
about
I
it.
thought of, I seen you kind of post something a little bit about that earlier, and I was taking into account like what that CNN reporter was saying and stuff like that. I stewed on it for a minute, and then I
Even
just
the yeah, even she
with
said that.
everything that's the little
And I went
right,
back. I took
right, yeah. She said that it's very,
I took pictures
but I think
of
it's
those dudes'
right now.
faces. Sorry.
Right now it's like soft Sharia is basically where it's at right now until I think until the time that they get pulled out. Then I think it's really going to be more of the actual Sharia law to be fucked up.
Yeah.
I just don't think it's going to be.
All right, look at that. Look at this. These guys right here do not look pissed off to me. They don't look like, yeah. I mean, they do. They look like,
No,
they
they're not
look, yeah, we're going to have a good time, guys.
because they won.
They
Yeah, well, I
yeah.
mean,
I mean, you could be cheering, yeah, death to America, death, with the smiles on your face, and it'd be
Yeah.
like, oh
but
well,
they,
they're chanting death to America, but they seem
but
pretty friendly
before
right
they
now.
didn't seem that way. Before they used to be, oh, here's that lady too, by the way. Before they used to be, um, like they were all
Yeah,
pissed
there's
off looking at all times and shit. They were burning flags. I didn't see any burning flag here of ours. In fact, on one other picture, they
well
put
here
a
and here
MAGA hat in the fucking chambers where they took over the presidential palace or something like that.
right.
It's crazy. There's a MAGA hat in
Well, and
like I don't know.
you got to take into account that they also didn't have as much before as they do now. They weren't as well
Okay,
equipped. They
yeah,
didn't have as many people.
they're
Now they
both
have
good
more
points
land,
either
and
way.
plus
Yeah.
what America built up there over this time. I mean, it's been 20 years since they really got to really step foot in that land, and that's what amazes me.
Okay, yeah.
There was only like really 75 of them, and they fucking
Okay, then why
swooped the
the
fuck
fuck
in there and took
the
it.
why my thing is like why would they give a fuck about okay, we'll give them time till we really bust out Sharia. No, well they would just do it like now. That
They're,
reporter would have been dead. That reporter right there would have been dead.
No, because then you know what would happen.
yeah,
It'd be
it's wartime
extreme
now.
retaliation
Wartime.
right
Yeah,
then and
But do
there.
you see
wartime.
how
Yeah.
much they lift? Do you think their brains are really that like I think they're a little
No, they don't
tarded
care.
maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, they're
I mean,
savages. These are 8th century
that would be
savages.
pretty tarded of them
That's what
to do that, I guess that too.
to really do
Yeah.
it. Yeah, no, yeah, because no, they don't care, but they do to an extent to where they know they haven't been there in 20 years. They're not going to do it right now because they just got there. They just want to keep their land, and then who knows what's going to happen later. But they're 30th on the list of armies now. That's what frightens me mainly, and that's why I don't think that they're going to be very
Yeah,
nice
yeah.
to handle for a while. But
Hmm.
maybe they will be. Maybe they actually will calm the fuck down.
Yeah.
I would like for them to, because then maybe we won't have to worry. But yeah. Mm.
We'll see.
Well, you're going to talk about Biden and Blinken.
Ah,
Yeah, that is correct. Which is what's going to be pretty damn fucked up. We may end up turning it into Australia eventually. I don't know how long down the road, but Biden invites United Nations to investigate America's systemic racism. So, any of us that know anybody that likes our freedom, what is one of the first things that they have said it's going to come to if UN steps foot on our soil?
Run.
Exactly. Prepare, lock and load, and be ready for when they come to your door, because if it's a UN at your door and the US is allowing it, that means you no longer have rights. So you might have to kill.
Yeah. Well,
Or
I mean, I do have to say that the UN has actually been at our door because they're headquartered in New York City.
oh
yeah, well, I'm talking at my door,
no,
my
yeah,
house
the house
door.
door,
Yeah,
yeah.
no, yeah. But the thing
Yeah.
is, it's like, so I'm not understanding. So they're going to investigate racism and human rights.
Yeah.
So,
But what about China?
right. And China's part of the UN. So they did jack shit about the Uyghur stuff.
Yeah, and also the Christians that were getting rounded up.
right?
I remember when they were reporting on that. Like, all right,
Well,
cool, but now they
Oh
want to
my
try to
god.
come after us and see what we're doing. And Biden invited them in. He just fucking. Oh my god! Like
He's just
that's why I
he's
say
got to go, dude.
why I
He's
say
just
it just
like
seems like it's crumbling one section at a time across the world, and then now UN gets invited into the U.S. Like Virginia already has them there now. Like you said in New York also, but Virginia, Norfolk base just got taken by NATO. They just like now they're there. Awesome. What the fuck, man? Like every conspiracy theorist right now too again is always like, told the bitch.
I know, right? All the memes out there is like Alex Jones was right, and I was like, I mean, he was. I mean, I haven't watched him in a while, but
He was right about a
yeah,
lot. Like what's
yeah.
going down.
That's how he's how I found out about Agenda 20 about Agenda 21
Mm-hmm.
and then Agenda 2030 for sustainable development.
Yeah, you will own nothing and you will be happy. Uh, I don't
No.
care about not owning anything, but you know who shouldn't own everything? The fucking government. You guys shouldn't have
No.
control of everything. You guys shouldn't be everybody's daddy and landlord. You guys shouldn't be giving us universal basic income either, which seems like will probably happen, especially with our unlimited printing. And that's like another thing that points out to all this too, by them trying to crash all of this type of shit is if they
Mhm.
want like the great reset to happen, the more that they crash our U.S. economy, the more it puts China to be the superpower, because then we have to be in with the new world order.
Yeah.
China becomes a superpower, we lose our superpower, we're under them, they're running everything. We're no longer in charge,
Yeah.
so our economy collapses.
Well, and what's crazy though too is that they've gotten everybody in this like infantile mentality that you're not an adult. You can't think for yourself. You don't know what's best for you. Mommy and daddy government knows what's best. Listen to mommy and daddy government. Please bow. Say I am not worthy for your love, mommy and daddy government. And it's just like no. Um, I pay my tax. I pay you, motherfucker, with my
Right,
taxes. Like
exactly.
no. It's like when, like a parent tries to like pay for something for you. You're like, dude, I have my own mortgage. I pay my own bills. I think I can buy myself my own toothbrush. Like I got this. I'm good.
Right.
Like it drives me insane how people are use because like for so many years like we've been losing our rights just little by little, and it's been huge since COVID-19 under the guise of public safety and
Oh
public
yeah.
health. Because what's the one thing like universally like people are kind of afraid of? Dying. So if you have this unknown virus
it's
out there that
inevitable.
China, you saw videos from China, people fucking dying in the middle of the streets with blood coming out of their mouth, and you're like, oh my god, you know it's like
Mhm.
60 days later out there, and you're just like, okay, so mommy and daddy government, you know more than I do. And then we just all gave up our shit and was just like, I'm so afraid I'm going to be in this corner. And then now they're like, okay, well, I got myself stuck here. And once you give them the power, it's not like they're going to want to give it up.
Exactly, and that's they don't want to. There's a lot of places that want it permanent, like Australia and shit. I know that they want their shit permanent at least, but there's a lot
Yeah.
of places that are wanting that shit permanent. Like I don't, no way. I think that
No.
that
And
yeah,
even some of the people, the citizens want it permanent. And I'm like, you're a
that's
psychopath.
Stockholm syndrome shit right there.
Yeah. It is.
Those are the truly
It's
brainwashed.
like it's an abusive relationship is what it is.
Yeah, exactly, dude. And that, oh man,
It's
so
an emotional and financial abusive relationship, you know?
Man,
well, and that's the whole thing. Too. It's like they're trying to like really here, it's big time the mental game because we have our Second Amendment and our guns. So it's trying to mentally break as much as possible. I think until it either
Mhm.
becomes like some sort of backlash on one side or the other, eventually the side that wants us to comply ends up breaking so bad that they eventually do want our guns and everything taken away so we comply with whatever's going on. But it just it's like the craziest thing. Like all the facts that we point out, I just don't get
I want to
how any of it's still all over the news, that any of that shit works. Like it doesn't. Like
Yeah.
I want to play this
whatever.
audio clip for you guys. So I don't know, whoever's watching this, I want you to listen
Yes.
to this lady. This is where our freedoms are now. This is how it's
Right.
getting.
And we're at 59, we're at 59 minutes right now too.
Cardiologist appointment scheduled since May. It is now August. Today is my appointment. I show up for that appointment wearing a mask. He's wearing a mask. And I'm told that because I am not vaccinated and because he is too young to be vaccinated, I can't be seen. A 5-month pregnant woman who is having heart problems cannot see the cardiologist she has waited months to see because I'm not vaccinated. Tell me again that it's about public health. These doctors and nurses should be fucking ashamed of themselves for turning away a patient who needs help because of their vaccination status. Unfucking real. I've had a
That's it
cardiologist
right
appointment
there.
scheduled since.
So that kind of shit right there. That does get me blood boiling. That does get me a little tarted in the head when you want to do something.
Oh yeah.
Cause
Yeah.
how could you be a fucking doctor, but you don't want to help someone because it just.
Oh
It's
yeah.
because no, it's because they've been bullied. I swear to
Mhm.
God, I think some of this stuff has to do with like doctors just don't want to lose their license because
It
maybe
is.
they come in and
My
someone's a
God.
narc and it's just like, oh, if Sally Karen's son like finds out that I'm taking care of unvaccinated people, they're going to call the board and they're going to like take my license away, or I'm going to get like a bad rating with the
Once
BBB
again,
or
sounds like
Right.
something.
Nazis to me.
You know, so it's like what they've done is like they scared people. It does. It is. That's what it is.
Yeah,
And
it
like
is
the thing,
very
and like
Nazi.
the greatest meme I've ever seen was someone reading, it's like reading about World War II, and they have like a mask on, and it says vaccinated, and they're like, I don't understand how it got to this point.
No,
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah.
yeah,
that's the perfect
motherfucker, you're
meme.
in it right
Yeah.
now.
Yeah. A
Oh,
whole lot of motherfuckers. I want to punch a Nazi too. I want to see your papers.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I think that the biggest one was like, you know, we went from 15 days to slow the spread to show me your papers in 18 months.
Right.
And then the people being like fascists go home, fascists
oh
go home, are the
man.
same people who are like, excuse me,
Oh,
can you please show me your papers? Excuse me, you're not wearing your mask right. Please,
and
Right.
please give me
hey,
your
if
papers because I'm an anti-fascist and I need to make sure that you are
yeah, not
protected.
to
Fuck
to
you,
get political
bro.
on this, how they all want us to mask up and get the vaccine. You damn Trump supporters, you Republicans, they're all the anti-vaxxers and stuff. If you hate us so much and you die from COVID, why don't you just leave us alone? It's like, you know what? You don't deserve the vaccine, Republicans. It's like, oh yeah,
Yeah.
we don't. You're right, because we're all hateful and racist. So let us just die.
Just let us
And
just
taxes
die.
too. I don't
Right.
deserve to pay taxes either. Oh shit. That's how it should be.
Well, no, because then their excuse is, well, it's because we don't want you to overwhelm the hospitals
Well, that's why they're all like,
because there's so many of you out there.
Yeah.
Okay, this is what I don't
I
understand.
got a
So
smiley, and that's
there's over there's like over 30 or 40 million people within the United States who had or have COVID, right? And then what, over 100 million or so who have gotten the 2 shots or like the Johnson vaccine.
Mm-hmm.
So it would be at like this point, and those are the people that we know specifically have had COVID because they got tested. Not everyone got tested and had it. You can't find an accurate number of people who have actual antibodies, anything like that. So any statistic, any type of like benchmark that they throw out at you is bullshit. It's not based on science. It's just another way for you to be complacent so you can sit there, okay, and be like, wait for that goal, wait for that
Yeah,
goal. Then they'll throw
the
another monkey
goalpost.
into the wrench,
It's getting
and then
wider
they'll
and
move the
wider,
goalpost again.
wider.
And then everyone would be like, oh, well, the reason why we can't do this is because we had the situation before. And even though we got to that point, this other thing happened, like the Delta variant happened. So now we have to go by that standard when it's all bullshit in the end. And people are so stupid that they don't even see that what's happening to themselves. And it's just like, oh my, I just want to grab some people sometime and just be like, wake the fuck up. Do you like
Exactly.
being told what to do? Like, are you an adult? Just like, wake up. Do you not see
Right.
what's happening outside of
Seriously.
your own sphere? And it's all these selfish motherfucking people out there that are only thinking about them and their little family bubble or whatever. And you're not looking at like the world scheme of things. And they're just dumb. They're stupid. I can't handle it. I'm done. I can't. I just can't. I
Thank you.
I
Now,
say it all the time. I'm like, I
yes,
just can't even. I can't even anymore. I
I
have
couldn't even earlier when you guys were saying.
I have dealt with this a lot. I've kept my mouth shut. I've kept my mouth shut a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I was just like, no, I'm done. I can't handle these people anymore. And people are like, oh, well, but they don't know. You might scare them. I was like, then they should be
Yeah.
scared. They
Yeah.
should be scared that your freedoms are getting taken away. You're having your 12-year-old kids get a fucking shot that's probably going to give them a heart
Yes.
failure when
Stay
they're
out of the
older.
way.
Or they
But
might
don't say
put
Let's
anything
do
because you
our
don't want to
job.
hurt their fucking feelings. No, no, no. I'm done because this is affecting my kid and my family too, and all these other
right.
kids. So no, I'm done with you. I'm done with your fucking bullshit,
Exactly.
and I'm not keeping my mouth shut anymore. I'm done.
No, it's
It's
I
over.
heard I
Mhm.
heard someone
COVID is over. It is
one
done.
way if they asked me to wear a
You
mask,
heard it here
yes,
first.
Mhm.
fuck yeah. That's being American right there. Yeah. Now, one thing I saw someone do to someone, oh, it was
Jeez.
Elijah Schaefer from Blaze Media, slightly offensive. He says, I just go up to the people
Hmm.
who tell me, do you have a mask? And I just go up to them in their face and I just stare at them. And then I ask them, do you feel uncomfortable? You should, because I feel uncomfortable too when you tell me that kind of shit. When it's baffling that we're a year and a
Hmm.
half to 2 years into the 14 days. Come on now. And then
Hmm.
nothing. What
And
gets me the
people
most
have to ask.
personally is if you got the vaccine, why do I need to wear a mask anymore? Why do you need to wear a mask? Doesn't that protect you? But anyways, I could get yeah.
It's supposed to.
I'm gonna pass.
Apparently, no, it doesn't. It's just all stupid. It's a stupid fucking game. I'm done playing the game. I'm not playing. I'm not playing the game anymore.
Right. Bunch of bullshit.
It is,
I just
and the thing is, it's like we're not the only people saying this stuff. There's like bunches of videos of parents and stuff all throughout the
We're the
country and
majority.
in every single state going up into their school boards and being like, "Yeah, like don't mask my child. Like this is stupid.
We are the
Like
majority
everything that's
because
going on is
we
stupid.
want to
You
make
right.
have what's
America
going on
great
in New York
again.
City.
Sorry.
Right. Well, and
Yeah,
like
we don't.
the whole thing is too is like one of the main ways that you can get out of like even having to take the vaccine or whatever else if they're like wanting to like really push on you. It's like I just want to wait for it to get through the fucking clinical trials. Why can't I not just wait for that? There's a lot of people that have already been hurt by it. Why can we? Why
These
is that not a good enough
people don't
excuse?
even know about the fucking
No,
vaccine
because here's the
trials.
logic: is because Tony Fauci came. Well, no, and then here's the thing: is because Tony Fauci comes out and he's like, "Well, I mean, it's pretty much approved already. Like you can count on me. It's going to be fully approved. So you
Hey,
can just
that's like
use it like it is actually approved." And it's like, "No, douchebag, that's not how it works. It actually
yeah.
needs to be approved, not just because Lord Father Führer Fauci said so.
Well, that's like me going up to a fucking chick
Darth
and she's like, "Are you
Fauci.
6 foot?" I'm like, "I'm pretty much, because I'm
I'm
5'"
pretty much 6 foot."
You know what the DR in Dr. Fauci stands for? It's Darth Fauci. Darth Fauci. If you know a Star Wars lore, guys, Darth is a bad guy.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's a
Darth
title
Darth
like
Sidious.
principal or student or doctor. Well, that's what I'm saying. Doctor stands for Darth. So I'm gonna look at it that way from now on. Pretty much any
Yeah,
doctors that doesn't want to help people, you're
I
a
just call him
Darth.
DR.
Führer
Never trust.
Fauci.
Call him what?
Führer
Oh,
Fauci.
Führer Fauci.
There you go.
That could get the Foo Fighter symbol behind his name. Fuhrer Fauci, Foo Fighters, you know?
Oh yeah.
Hey,
Ah.
speaking, they're getting fucking political and they're
Ugh.
getting woke. So fuck them. Even though I kind of like the whole DGs thing, they're bringing back the BGs, but whatever.
Right.
Fuck Dave Grohl though.
Oh, yeah, we're an hour. We're at an
Yeah.
hour and 10. It's 8:16 my time. Do you guys got anything else you want to say? Want to talk about, or is this pretty much we're wrapping this up?
We need to wake the
Let's
fuck up,
wrap it up because
America.
I'm a little furious.
Yeah, yeah. The rest
You
of
got me
America.
fired up for the next school board meeting I go to.
Hell
You
yeah.
should audio record it.
They mess with the wrong mama.
Audio record it if you're gonna stand up and say
Well,
some.
like I did. Wait, hon, were you there?
Yeah, you did
Were
one,
you there
right?
when I live streamed it was at the vaccine hesitancy panel for my township?
Yeah, I think wasn't on Disclose or
Oh, on Discord,
Yeah, yeah,
right?
yeah.
Oh,
okay.
And I
disclose.
played it for you guys. Yeah, it was yeah, yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
I wasn't on that one.
On Discord.
Oh, on Discord, yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah, we were there. V Lynn was
Yeah.
there too, I think,
Yeah, yeah.
and Drew.
And
Justin Drew was.
you guys were like sending me questions to put in
Mm-hmm.
there. Yeah. So anyway, so that's what I got to deal with. But
Is it going to be
All
another
right.
virtual one?
oh, if there when there is, I will let you know.
Yeah, it's like let's do that again.
Mwah.
But anyways,
Yeah.
yeah. Right on, guys. Thank you guys for
All right.
watching. It has been an awesome episode with two Jacks and a Scotch. I'm Jack.
I'm Jackie.
And I'm Scott.
I'm not
Later.
sure where they at, but
Peace and God bless.
God bless you guys.
Brady Bunch it.